Hi friends. Today I'll show you how to install Apache, PHP, and MariaDb step by step on your cloud server using Ubuntu Server 23.04. The process is easy, and once completed you will be able to use your Nano Enterprise Plus application with your cloud database. In this video, we will install all the software on a Raspberry Pi single board computer that has Ubuntu Server 23.04 installed. So let's connect to the server using the Terminal app on a Mac or PowerShell on Windows and start the installation. Start by updating the package lists for upgrades and new package installations. Install Apache web server using the following command. After the installation is complete, you can modify some settings in the Apache configuration file. Open the file using a text editor. In the Apache configuration file, you'll find a line with access file name. To access. Right after it, add these lines, to increase the maximum request size. Save the changes to the Apache 2.conference file and exit the text editor. Type Ctrl+X, Y, enter. Now, let's move the Apache home directory to the /home/master/html directory. Run the following commands. Next, we'll add the user master to the www data group, and the user www data to the master group. This allows both users to modify files in the Apache home directory. Execute the following commands. The user must log out and log back in for these changes to take effect. Set the Apache user as the owner of the /home/master/html folder. Grant write permission to the group on this folder. To test if Apache is working correctly, create a file named index.html in the /home/master/html directory. You can use the following command. Restart the Apache web server for the changes to take effect. Open your browser and visit the URL http:// your server IP. Replace your server IP with the actual IP address or domain name of your server. You should see the message "It works" displayed, indicating that Apache is successfully installed and running. After installing Apache, we'll proceed with installing PHP and making some configuration changes. Here's how you can do it. Install PHP by running the following command. To increase the memory limit available to PHP, open the PHP.ini file. You can find its location by running the command. Open the loaded PHP.ini file using a text editor, and locate the memory_limit directive. Set it to the desired memory limit. For example, 1024 M. To increase the maximum upload file size, find the upload_max_file size and post_max_size directives in the PHP.ini file. Update their values accordingly. For example, 10 M. Save the changes to the PHP.ini file and exit the text editor. Type Ctrl+X, Y, enter. To test if PHP is working correctly, create a file named info.php in the /home/master/html directory, which we set as the new Apache home directory. You can use the following command. Save the file and open your browser. Visit the URL http:// your server IP/info.php. You should see the PHP information page, confirming that PHP is installed and functioning correctly. That's it. You have successfully installed PHP and made the necessary configuration changes. Install MariaDb by running the following command. After the installation is complete, run the following command to secure your MariaDB installation. Type enter, N, Y. Enter new password for root. For example, root. Re-enter new password. Answer yes to all other questions. Once the security configuration is complete, you can log into the MariaDB shell by running the following command. Enter the root password when prompted. In our example, it is root as well. Inside the MariaDB shell, you can create a new user and a database for your application. For example, to create a user named admin with a password admin and a database named Nano Enterprise, you can use the following commands. Exit the MariaDB shell by typing exit and pressing enter. That's it. You have successfully installed and secured MariaDB. Install PHP and MariaDb using the following command. During the installation, you will be prompted to choose the web server that should be automatically configured to run PHP and MariaDb. Use the spacebar to select Apache, then press enter to continue. You'll be asked if you want to configure the database for PHP and MariaDb with dbconfig common. Select yes and press enter. Set a password for the PHP and MariaDb application. Enter root as a password and confirm it when prompted. Once the installation is complete, we need to configure Apache to recognize and serve PHP and MariaDb. Create a symbolic link for PHP and MariaDb. Restart the Apache web server for the changes to take effect. You can now access PHP and MariaDb by visiting http://yourserver/ip/MariaDb in your web browser. Replace your server IP with the actual IP address or domain name of your server. Log in using the username root and the password you set during the PHP and MariaDb installation. That's it. You have successfully installed and configured PHP and MariaDb. Create a directory named Nano Enterprise inside the Apache home directory, /home/master/html. Inside the Nano Enterprise directory, create a subdirectory named data that will be used to store media files. Create an htaccess file in the /home/master/html/nano-enterprise directory using the following commands. In the htaccess file, add the following content. Save the changes and exit the text editor. Create another htaccess file in the /home/master/html/nano-enterprise/data directory. In the htaccess file for the data directory, add the following content. Save the changes and exit the text editor. In your Nano Enterprise Plus application, create a new connector for the cloud database. Save the connector settings in your application. Switch to the Create Apache Server PHP tab and fill in all the fields. In our example, it will look like this. Click the Create Apache Server PHP button and save the file to your desktop. Open the terminal app and navigate to the desktop folder. Send the file to the server in the Documents folder with this command. Now you can connect to the server. When you first connect to the server, the application creates an empty database that you can already work with. It will take some time. In your application, save the local database as a MySQL SQL file. This file should contain the SQL commands to recreate the database structure and data. To do this, in the application we connect to the local database. Open the card of this connection and go to the Backup tab. In the More menu, select MySQL dump and save the file in the desktop folder. In the mobile version, the file will be saved in the application's Documents folder. Open PHP-MyAdmin by visiting http://yourserver-ip/myadmin in your web browser. Replace your server IP with the actual IP address or domain name of your server. Log in to PHP-MyAdmin using the username and password you set during the installation. In our example, these are root and root. Once logged in, select the database named Nano or the name you specified, from the left sidebar. Click on the Import tab in the top navigation menu. On the Import page, click the Choose File button and select the MySQL SQL file you saved. Leave the import options as default and click the Go button to import the database. PHP-MyAdmin will process the SQL file and import the database structure and data into the cloud server. Once the import is complete, you should see a success message. Congratulations! You have now saved and imported your local database into the cloud server using PHP-MyAdmin. Create a directory to store the database backups inside the /home/master/html/nanoerp directory. Inside the MySQL backup directory, create a backup script file named backup.sh using a text editor. In the backup.sh file, add the following lines to create a backup of the database using the MySQL dump command. Save the changes and exit the text editor. Make the backup.sh file executable. Open the crontab file for editing. In the crontab file, add the following line to schedule the backup script to run daily at 2200 hours, 10 p.m. Save the changes and exit the text editor. Cron will now execute the backup.sh script at the specified time, creating a database backup in the /home/master/html/nanoerp/MySQL backup directory. Manually trigger the backup script to create a backup of the database. Verify that the backup file has been created successfully. Next, we'll simulate a scenario where the database is lost or corrupted. Delete the NanoERP database and create a new empty one with the same name. Once the database is dropped, we'll restore the database from the backup file. Run the following command to restore the database. First, unzip the backup file. Now restore the database. Enter the admin password when prompted. In our example, it is admin as well. Verify that the database has been restored successfully. By performing these steps, you can ensure that the backup and restore process is functioning correctly.